cross the bridge at your own peril. The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry. Oh, forgive me. Most who arrive here do so because they have heard of the college beforehand. This is the College of Winterhold, a safe haven for mages in Skyrim, a place of wisdom and arcane knowledge. I am here to assist those seeking the wisdom of the college. And if, in the process, my presence helps to deter those who might seek to do harm, so be it. The more important question is, why are you here? Perhaps, but what is it you expect to find within? Ah, the immortal plane. It is said to be the source of all magic. This is a noble goal, indeed. It would seem that the college has what you seek. The question now is, what can you offer the college? Not just anyone is allowed inside. Those wishing to enter must show some degree of skill with magic. A small test, if you will. No, I'm afraid I don't know anything of the sort. Excellent. The Mage Light spell is useful to any mage, not just those specializing in alteration. Can you cast one on the seal on the ground? No? Well, if you think you're capable of it, then I'd be happy to provide it to you for a mere 30 gold. Or you can try your luck with one of the court wizards around Skyrim. They also sell spells. Here you are. Now I'm anxious to see you cast it. The college is an asset. Well done indeed. I think you'll be a superb addition to the college. Welcome, apprentice. I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside, you'll want to speak with Mirabelle Ervine, our master wizard. Please, follow me. The college is an asset to Skyrim, even if it goes unnoticed or unappreciated. You'll need to speak with Mirabelle Ervine. Her quarters are in the Hall of Countenance, but she could be anywhere on the grounds. She's the master wizard here. Archmage Aaron may be in charge, but Mirabelle runs the place. You do well to remember that. We are the only group left in Skyrim dedicated to the study of the arcane. There are others who study, to be sure, but they do so in private and often in secret. Certainly. Destruction spells come in different forms, each useful for various purposes. Concentration spells can be cast immediately, though they're weaker. Good for a tight spot and less costly if you miss. You'll also need to decide whether to devote yourself to a single type of spell. Focusing solely on flame spells will make them more powerful, but you may find yourself at a disadvantage against foes immune to fire. Mirabelle will be waiting for you. Much knowledge lies within the college's walls. Mirabelle will be waiting for you. No matter what, the college will endure. Mirabelle will be waiting for you. Winterhold's glory days may lie behind it, but the college lives on. Mirabelle will be waiting for you. The college is an asset to Skyrim, even if it goes unnoticed or unappreciated. Mirabelle will be waiting for you. Mirabelle does a fine job as Master Wizard, I suppose. Still, there's always room for improvement. Mirabelle will be waiting for you. I can't wait to see who succeeds Mirabelle. I've no doubt she'll be promoted to archmage at some point. Mirabelle will be waiting for you. Certainly a few of my colleagues aren't quite as talented as they'd like to believe. Mirabelle will be waiting for you. Savos Aran is wise beyond his years. He knows real talent when he sees it. Mirabelle will be waiting for you. I'm sure when the time for promotions comes, they'll go to the most deserving mage. Mirabelle will be waiting for you. Don't you think I'd make a wonderful Master Wizard? Maybe even archmage someday? Mirabelle will be waiting for you. Yes? Mirabelle will be waiting for you. Mirabelle will be waiting for you.
I believe I've made myself rather clear.
Yes, of course. I'm simply trying to understand the reasoning behind the decision.
You may be used to the Empire bowing to your every whim, but I'm afraid you'll find the Thalmor received no such treatment here. You are a guest of the college, here at the pleasure of the Archmage. I hope you appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, of course. The Archmage has my thanks.
Very good. Then we're done here. Welcome to the college. Another new student. I'm surprised at how many of you there are lately. Well, first you'll need these. While you're not required to wear them, you may find them more to your liking than your current clothes. I'll give you a brief tour, and then we'll get you to your first class. Are you ready to begin? Wonderful. Please follow me, and don't wander off. The College of Winterhold has been a fixture in Skyrim for thousands of years. The prominent feature here is the Hall of the Elements. It's our primary location for lectures, practice sessions, and general meetings. The Arcanium is located above the hall, and the Archmage's quarters above that. While technically in charge of the college, the Archmage's responsibilities often keep him occupied. Thus, I run the day-to-day operations. Now, if you'll please follow me, I'll show you the living quarters. Unfortunately, we've had to implement more stringent entry procedures due to some problems with the local Nords. We don't anticipate any real violence, but it never hurts to be prepared. Our newest members are housed here, in the Hall of Attainment. I'll ask that you please keep your voice down while inside, as others may be working on research or delicate experiments. Now I'll show you to your quarters. You're going to be sharing space with your fellow apprentices, who you'll meet shortly. This is where you'll be staying. This bed and desk are yours. Please try and be considerate of others. Now, let's go back to the Hall of the Elements, where most of the members gather for lectures and study sessions.
Still here. Lead on.
Initially, you'll be learning from Tolfdir, one of our most esteemed wizards. Tolfdir is likely already addressing the new apprentices. Go on in, and if you have any problems, let one of our senior members know. Please don't bother the archmage unless it's absolutely necessary. There are no expectations. This college is a place to study and practice magic freely. Hopefully any discoveries made in your pursuits will be shared with the members of the college first. That way we all benefit. Well, that depends on what you're looking for. Faralda can teach destruction spells and offers training in that school. Finis is one of the best conjurers in all of Skyrim and can help with spells from that school. Don't let Tolfdir fool you. He's the preeminent scholar on alteration, one of the best in Tamriel and always willing to pass on his knowledge. If you can find him and focus his attention, there's a great deal Drevis can teach you about illusion magic. And finally, there's Colette. She may be difficult to get along with. She's very knowledgeable when it comes to restoration magic. If there are any problems, let me know. It's my job to keep things running smoothly. Day-to-day operations are my responsibility, which means if you become a problem, you get sent to me. Mine is not a popular position, but someone needs to keep things running smoothly around here. Like it or not, this college is a direct influence on the public's impressions of magic and those that use it. It is up to each of us to present ourselves publicly as maturely as possible, and to remain above petty local squabbles. Please don't bother the archmage unless it's absolutely necessary.
You are new here, are you not? We have not spoken. Then allow me to introduce myself. I am Savos Arin, archmage of the College of Winterhold. I am quite content to see nearly any aspect of magic explored and investigated here. But I do not and will not approve of any research or experiments that cause purposeful harm to your fellow members of the college. Are we clear? Not often, no. Some risks must be taken, to be sure. I am simply trying to avoid untimely deaths. We also must make an effort to avoid worsening what Skyrim thinks of us. Purpose? I should think it's self-evident. Magic is a true power, not something to be shunned by commoners, or treated as an amusing diversion by politicians. It shapes worlds, creates and destroys life. It deserves proper respect and study. The college is a place where we can focus on that, without the pressures of the world weighing down on us. I've seen documents dating back to the late Second Era. Beyond that, it's hard to say. Events in the last several hundred years resulted in a significant loss of our history, I'm afraid. The Great Collapse, as it has come to be known. An unfortunate natural disaster that ravaged the area. The college fared far better than the city of Winterhold, but it was not left untouched. No one is sure of the cause. Some believe the eruption of Red Mountain had far-reaching consequences that were only felt years later. I know there are some who have blamed the college, said that we were responsible. I assure you this is not the case. The Sea of Ghosts practically came alive. No one was expecting it. Monstrous waves battered the shore for weeks on end. Winterhold was ancient and weathered, but it couldn't withstand the sea's fury. Entire districts of the city were lost overnight. The waves receded in time, but the damage was irreversible. Most residents of Winterhold abandoned what was left of the city. The college survived, and so here we remain. Until next time. What you learn here will last you a lifetime. Several, if you're talented. Until next time. It's no secret that the college's reputation in Skyrim is tainted. Until next time. Please, don't do anything to anger the locals. They don't need additional reasons to hate us. It is not the place of the college to become involved in local politics. Until next time. Someday the college may be fully accepted by the Nords. I hope that my work as archmage may help. Yes, I haven't got all day. Now if you'll excuse me. Need something?
Please don't bother the archmage unless it's absolutely necessary.
Let me give you a bit of advice. You want to work on something that's not officially allowed? Don't tell anyone you're doing it. You need something you're not officially supposed to have? You come see me. You tell anyone that I told you, and I'll fry you from the inside out. Got it? Huh? Good. Even with the college's laid-back attitude, there are still some things that are off-limits. Purposely killing your fellow college members is a bad idea. I'd advise against it. Theft and assault can get you into trouble as well. As for research, well, a sufficient explanation will cover almost anything. If you're going to need live test subjects for your experiments, it's easier to do that off of college grounds. I hope you've got some coin. Let's just take a look, then. All right, then. There are some experiments the college frowns on, if they're aware of them, of course. If you ever need something, especially something hard to come by, let me know. I've spent a long time building up a list of contacts for goods from all over Tamriel. Till next time. Got something to say? Till next time. Huh? All right, then.
It's lies. All of it. I don't care what she told you. It's all lies. No? Well, then she hasn't gotten to you yet. But she will. And don't you believe a word of it. My problem with her? She's the one who has a problem with me. She's threatened by me, by my skill as a wizard, by my elegance and posture, by my superior good looks. but she is not going to get the better of me. Oh no, I won't let it get to me one bit. That's what she's after. She's trying to undermine my confidence, make me doubt myself. Well, it won't work, I tell you. Until next time. I think the college is due for a change in leadership. If you're working on any experiments, please clean up after yourself. All right then. Just like anywhere else, it's all about who you know. Lucky for you, you know me. I hope I can count on you if I ever need a favor. Until next time. It's a small group of us here at the college. Favors don't go unremembered. Neither do affronts. All right then. Need something? All right then. Make it quick. All right then.
I'm working on some very important research, I assure you. You mean the official sort of business? Well, no. No, not really. All right then. The exact nature of my research is a secret, I'm afraid, but it really is quite valuable. I don't think anyone here truly understands how useful my work will be. When I've finished what I'm working on, everyone will understand its significance. All right then. Yes? Until next time. You want something from me?
You can see me? Confound it all, I was quite sure I was invisible. Or at least transparent. Oh my, that's quite a difficult question. Never underestimate the ability to influence others. Whether they're friends or foes, they're almost all susceptible to illusion spells. They can turn the tide of a battle in a moment's notice. There are also spells that help in avoiding conflict altogether. Invisibility is tricky to master, but exceptionally useful. There may be a matter in which your skills could be useful. The various points of focus for magic energies around the college have become polluted and need cleansing. Very well. These specially enchanted gloves will allow you to delve directly into the focal points for these energies. Go to each focal point and remove whatever impurities you may find there. Return the gloves to me when you have finished. Please exercise caution. This is not a procedure without possible consequences. Use the gloves to clear the focal points. Return to me when you have finished. I thought I made this rather clear. Good day. You know, they say knowledge is its own reward. Until next time. Illusion really is the least appreciated of the schools of magic. Farewell. If only I could be free of the mundane day-to-day activities life so often requires. All right then. Yes? Need something? Good day.
Enchanting services are one of the few things that keep us in touch with the rest of Skyrim. I'm sure you can figure it out on your own. If you can't, perhaps Urag has a book you can read. No, I can't. I have enough to keep me busy. View it as a chance to hone your craft. I need some more supplies. Can you help out with that? I'm running low on lesser soul gems. 10 more would keep me stocked for a bit. Until next time, the local Nords may not like us very much, but they don't seem to mind having access to enchanted weapons and armor. Until next time. Savos doesn't care for politics. He likes to believe the college is removed from the rest of Skyrim. If he could, Savos would float the entire college above Skyrim for all the Nords to see. Until next time. Need something? Until next time. Make it quick.
You consider restoration a valid school of magic, worthy of study, don't you? Don't you? It's quite simple, really. There are some who shall not be dignified by being named, who have implied that it is not. That is to say, it's been suggested that resources used for my study of restoration could be put to better use. Any other use, in fact. It's not just healing cuts and bruises, you know. The undead are a very real, very dangerous threat, and restoration magics can keep them at bay. Not to mention the benefit of wards. How can they continually overlook wards? It's baffling. Well, no, not really. Not directly, I mean. But I know things are being said behind my back. Conversations cease when I enter rooms. I'm quite aware of what's going on here, and I will not stand for it. Until next time. Restoration is a perfectly valid school of magic, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Until next time. Why are my research materials constantly disappearing? Once again, I have found very insulting notes left in my personal effects. Simply barbaric. All right, then. Just because I don't fit in here is no reason for others to ridicule me behind my back. All right, then. Need something? Until next time. Until next time. Need something?
You are now in the Arcanium, of which I am in charge. It might as well be my own little plane of oblivion. Disrupt my Arcanium, and I will have you torn apart by angry Atronachs. Now, do you require assistance? A mage is only as good as what he knows. I try to make sure as much knowledge is available as possible. We've been keeping this collection since the Second Era. Books have come and gone during that time, but it's mostly intact. Of course I do. If I didn't,
Most of these books would have been burned to ashes or dissolved to nothing before the Third Era. Mages need to be reminded to be careful around research materials. If you're feeling adventurous, I'm always looking for someone to procure valuable books from some more dangerous locations. Well, all right, here. I scribbled down the last place I'd heard about. Check it out, but be careful. As a matter of fact, there are. Have you ever heard of Shalador? Immensely powerful mage, back in the First Era. Had an understanding of magic few have ever matched. He holed himself up in Labyrinthian, and devoted all his time to research and study. But more than you would imagine possible. Since then, his writings have been scattered all over Skyrim, but are little use to anyone who can't translate them. I'm one of the few who can. I've heard whispers of more of his work having turned up. If you can track it down, it may prove useful to all of us. Fight well. I don't want to see you treating any of these books poorly. Are we clear? Until next time. Hundreds of years have gone into assembling this collection. It's going to stay pristine, understand? Fight well. You need a book? You talk to me. Otherwise you're going to find yourself in a lot of pain. Until next time. I don't care if you wrote it yourself. If you want a book from here, you go through me. Fight well. The Arcanium is always accepting new volumes. I'll take what I can get. All right then. Yes. All right then. Need something? Until next time.
Restoration is a perfectly valid school of magic, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
If you require assistance with summoning techniques, please, let me know. If you would, please also contain your summons to the college grounds. The locals do not need to be agitated further by Atronachs roaming their town. The summoning of undead is even less advisable outside the college. I sure know. Those archaic policies died out with the Mages Guild, and were never enforced here. Necromancy, as any other type of magic, is a tool to be used. Of course, non-mages may not see it that way, so we don't go around flaunting it. Not within society, no. Many who practice within the School of Conjuration do so on their own, secretly. Faralda is the only one I know who is public about what he does. He was once my teacher here, but left the college years ago. He didn't like the archmage, hated dealing with him, hated having to answer to him. Faralda said he hated what this place was becoming, so he just left. Arin found a note on his desk, and that was it. I understand he settled down in Hjalmarch, and his presence there caused something of a problem. Now, if you'll excuse me. There are few places where one can pursue my type of work without fear of persecution. All right, then. That incident in Saarthal was just a misunderstanding, no matter what the guards claim. The people of Skyrim have no appreciation for what we do here. Not that I care. Until next time. Should you ever fall victim to an unfortunate accident, I promise, your remains will be put to good use. Yes, yes, I haven't got all day. All right, then. All right, then.
You know, they say knowledge is its own reward. Yes, they have. I can feel the difference already. But, of course, I'm far more in tune with these sorts of things than most. Thank you. I appreciate your assistance.